We are back to live again. We got our frosty beverage. We're headed back to the woods. Old GP should be stopping in here shortly, I think. Unless we have them technical difficulties again. I added him. I don't know if he's going to be in here or not, but hey, there he is. Yeah.
I found a shirt.
You found one? I thought she was going to be a spicy stream.
Signal's gonna last here, boss, but we'll give her a try.
Hey, we got it. Either way, you're fighting signal and I'm fighting signal. We're going to be really good.
How you been?
So how you been?
Pretty good, man. Busy. I've been very busy, and been working on my stump grinder. I just put a replacement engine on my stump grinder.
Is that a new thing you're offering?
I'm sorry.
I said, is that a new service you're offering?
So I did have a stump grinder up and going, and the engine locked up on it last year, so I had to get a replacement for it. So
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a service I did offer, and then I didn't, and now I am again.
Yeah, I've actually lost a couple bids on jobs due to not being able to grind stumps.
So if that's the case, then I would just go rent one and then pass the cost over to the customer.
But that's the thing when I'm bidding on the jobs. That's one of them questions that they ask, and then I basically have to throw $300 to $400 on because that's what 4 hours rental on one is here.
Yeah. So to rent one here for a full day, it's $412.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, most oftentimes, then that'd be the case. Then you're not going to, because you got to throw that additional money on there.
That's
Versus
it.
me owning the machine, I can do it for like $250.
Exactly. Set your own price.
Right. But heck, it shows we got 32 people in the chat here.
Yeah, she should keep growing. She usually gets up to about 60 to 200, and then she starts cutting back. We're on the YouTube short side of live right now.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so if you keep your phone in this type of position, supposedly it goes to the live or the short shelf.
Gotcha.
But
so
yeah,
that carbide chain, I watched just temporarily there, but it almost looked like it was slower than the regular chain.
oh, it is. It is. It's not. You're not going to have a sturdy cutting surface with carbide, right? If you made it that thick. But I'll go down and I'll show you. Have you ever seen a feller buncher when it cuts?
Oh yeah.
Well, if you look at a cut from a feller buncher, that's basically what you have for a cut with this carbide chain.
Oh, okay.
So it's not clean, right? Like this right here would be a chainsaw.
Yeah.
You get a little bit of that, but generally it's just that little bit. I'll show you here what the carbide looks like. You see where it almost back.
Yeah, I see it. Hey, boss, I might end up losing signal on you, and if I do, I apologize for that.
Why, no big deal, buddy. But yeah, that's
just letting you know.
Well, like I said, I can always send you another link, or if you don't get time, you don't have time. I just figured.
Right. Yeah, we've tried doing this. The last seems like, it was, now that I'm thinking about it, the last time we did this, I was fricking driving too.
Oh yeah, I think the last 2-3 times. The good one that
I'm always,
had 6.
Dude, I'm always on the move, man. There's No rest for the wicked, man. I'm always on the move, it seems like. Yesterday though, I didn't do anything. I gotta tell you, I didn't do nothing yesterday, man.
Well, you have one of them days where you got some time to have a sit back and a beer. Send me a text, and if I've got the same thing going on, we'll do one.
Right on. Hell yeah.
You know,
That sounds good.
you ain't got
Um,
me.
your firewood season is in full swing. Are you doing bundles this year or no?
I'm trying. We've just got some new Indian owners at the store I was just at. It used to be local, and we were doing a 70-30 split there the past couple of years on bundles. This year they want to do a 50-50, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. Yeah. Yeah, we might be losing him. Figures we get here. We'll send him another invite if he gets back into service. Let's see. See if he comes back in. I don't know. We might have lost him, guys. Either way, we got our cold one. So fire off the questions. No, he might come back in. I got to find out how we can bring him back in, though. So we were doing good. We went for an hour, and I got thirsty. Invite GP. Boom, boom. So there, we sent him an invite. So we just had a wonderful live stream, about an hour long, going back and forth about a little bit of everything. Pretty cool. So I ended up getting thirsty. Went down to the store. We got a beer. GP came in, said he wanted to try to do a dual stream, but he's driving. So we'll wait, see if he comes back in. If he doesn't, he doesn't. He's got family things going on too. So, but we had such a good live stream with so many new faces coming in and a lot of great new questions. First time we ever received a super chat. That was pretty awesome. Very unexpected, especially on the live side. I mean, but it was cool nonetheless. So we got our cold beverage now that the bugs are getting in. They love the bush, so I figure if we kept it going for a little bit, and now the bugs have found us, we'll see. See if old GP comes back in, but nonetheless, if you're new here, we do firewood. Who'd have thunk? Firewood, small scale logging. Just bought a dump truck, so we're going to be hauling our own logs here. We done a small thinning job. I'll let you guys see around us here. This is actually a neighbor's property that she's given me access to for my little wood lot, which is a blessing and a half. So I usually come down here. I try to get down here on Sundays. Some Sundays just don't work out. But I try to go live, just have a discussion about what's been going on, kind of a face to face, even though you guys are on the computer still. But yeah, well, Mr. Clean, there he is. How long does it take for the wood in the back to be processed? Well, it all depends on the size. Um, if you get into a good stand of around 12-inch wood, I can make a cord, an entire face cord of wood in about 15 minutes. About a cord every 45 to an hour. You start getting into the stuff that we have on the processor right now. of the 16 plus size, it takes longer. You get more wood pieces, but the saw takes a little bit longer to cut through. Some of the pieces are a little bit harder to push, and you don't get as much wood on the deck, believe it or not, because it's so heavy. Um, actually, eh, we we went for 20 minutes the other day. 20 minutes, actually, yeah, that would be about right. We went for 20 minutes the other day on that last video that I posted. Um, was that yesterday? Yeah, it was carbide chains, right? It was about carbide chains. And you see a piece of firewood getting pushed through the processor. Um, I think I put that up yesterday. That we did, I think it was 15, 20 minutes. And yesterday I brought that wood out because we split all bigger stuff. And the gentleman that bought the wood from me that thought that I had shorted him a half a face, that actually uh over delivered, where he thought he got 5.5 and he wanted 6, but he only ordered 5. So I actually gave him 5.5. So that was where the misconception was. Um, what we had split in that 15, 20 minutes time, I took all that, put it in the truck, and I brought it to him, and it was over a face cord of wood. So even with the bigger stuff, it seems like I'm still getting over a face cord in about 15 minutes. Um, at least a channel actually teaching and having substance. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know what the trick to YouTube is. I've done it. I've done it forever. 10 years now, 8 years. I have a my original channel was actually Rubber Side Down, and that I started when I had my motorcycle accident, um, and all I could do was logging with the game. I did farming sim logging, and I did that for 6 months or so, and then I got out of the gaming side and went into working in the woods, and that didn't take off so good. So I ended up going back on the gaming stuff, and that channel was up to like 30,000 subscribers. And then when I started full time logging 5 years ago or so, all that content went onto that gaming channel, and the analytics of it got screwed up, and it kind of screwed the whole channel up because it didn't. The gaming people didn't want to watch the logging stuff, and the loggers didn't want to watch the gaming stuff. So I said at the beginning of my business for myself last year, I said I was going to make my own channel, and everything was going to be organic on this channel of what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. For if somebody always wanted to know if you could go in without really anything and do what I'm doing. And that's what we're doing. It's kind of a journey like that, if that makes any sense. Um, Interesting. Well, I don't know how interesting it is, but 6,000 people find it, I guess. I wouldn't even say that. I think it's about 100, because even though we've got 6,000, we only get anywhere from 50 to 400 views a video. So I don't know how many people are actually still interested in it or not. Roma Kappa Monday, Muddy, I don't know. I only do English. I'm sorry. Uh, what is that supposed to say? I don't know. Message restricted. Okay. So hello and welcome to the new people. Mr. Clean. He's the first. I'm gonna say he's the MVP of the day. I've never seen a super chat, and he done it. So I got to see my first one today. I think if somebody enjoys what they do, anything they tell you about it sounds exactly. Exactly. If you watch any passionate person, um, it doesn't matter what it is. I mean, my wife enjoys watching some of them. What is it? Doctor Pimple Popper, and then the rug cleaning people, and it's like I can't do the pimple popper stuff. But when I'm listening to it, if I'm editing a video or whatever, and it's on the TV, I'm like, man, these people are enjoying this. It's like not me at all, but it kind of puts you in that frame like they're enjoying this stuff. It's now I understand that people can watch this stuff and actually it's not so much what they're doing, it's the characters that surround it. And that's how I don't know how to express my character when I'm working because the YouTube is not a job to me. I do the YouTube as a insurance policy that people like to watch or that people may click on to see how something's done. I don't look at YouTube as a job, even though everybody says, and it is when I get to editing and try to play the 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 clickbait thumbnails. I don't so much do that. I have started to mess with the titles a little bit because whenever I mess with a title, it seems like the views pop right up. So I don't understand exactly what's doing that. But I don't know. I don't have a persona or a character that I play with the YouTube. The way I'm talking to you now is not generally how you'd get me on a video because I'm working, more or less. But I'm enjoying it. It's hard. I think if somebody, that's what you're just saying. Florine, Florine, hi, how you doing? Good to have you. I think we lost ground pounder. I could try to send him one more, but I don't know if it's gonna do him any good if he's got. Yeah, no, he knows where we are. We have the. He has the link. But yeah, I'm gonna hopefully I can get more with ground pounder. I'd like to get with moderator Dan. There's a couple people that I'd like to get get the dual streaming going with. I think it'd be kind of cool to have a different deal. Like I had a couple streams with uh, the rookie logger. He was running loader, I was running skidder, and on the slow days, that's kind of what we do. Talk logging. I would talk on the skidding side how the woods were. He would talk about loading the trucks, what the mills are in demand for, what and why he's cutting this, and it was cool. Different sides of the coin. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Clean. I am sorry. I misunderstood what you were saying. How long did it take for the wood in the back to be processed? Behind me. I am sorry. I misunderstood you when you asked that question. I thought you meant just in general size. Um, well, let me tell you this, and it's not going to answer your question again. I do apologize. We've sold so far. We probably sold about what that back pile has. That 15 cord. I've already sold maybe half of that this year out of the bin, right? So between about two of them and what's right here behind me, and then whatever is in the bin up front is 55 hours on that little processor. So that little processor has by equate margin now paid for itself within the first 50 hours. And it was 12,000, about 13,000 US dollars. So I'm sorry, I didn't that it didn't it didn't resonate with me what you were asking there at first. To see this. Let me see. Live chat. Okay, there we go. That's insane. Sounds great. Well, it's and I think just about every single piece of this wood here and the wood behind me is on video. That's probably more of the insane part. Hard work pays off. Yes, it does. It does, and hopefully it continues. The sad part about it is what I have behind me in these two is really not enough wood, and everything that I cut and split now is not going to be ready until the following year. So I can't sell wood that I process now. I do have a couple logs left over here. Say, good. Hold on one second. I think we got some deer walking up on us. Trying to figure out what that sound was. No, I just had another individual call me for 6 cords. That's what I was just checking through, but I just heard some sticks cracking over here. Um, Mr. Clean, hard work pays off. Yeah, yeah, and it's not hard work when you love it. I really do enjoy this work. I'm in the woods every day. If I was further away from the noise of the road a little bit, when I do get up in the woods, you can't hear all that. It's really nice, really nice. Um, I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna ever want to do anything else. I'll tell you that. But I don't think he's coming back. He told me about 15 minutes. He had about 15 minutes, so I only came back here to catch up with him and see if we couldn't do a little live stream. But I think he's probably home now. But yeah, either way, Mr. Clean, and then everybody else, thank you guys once again. Had a wonderful 2 streams now. Wasn't expecting that because usually Sundays are kind of hit and miss. Sometimes you'll get one person in, they'll talk a little bit and then leave, and then it gets stale. But both of these streams have been really good, and I appreciate it. It was very nice meeting you guys. And like I said, that super chat, man, thank you so much. That means a lot. Makes me want to do it more often, just to help somebody out if they do have a question or something like that. And like I said, I just work in the woods. You know what I mean? But I don't know. If I can help somebody out like that, it means the world to me. So I'll check her off here. I'll go help the wife with the kids and be back out here tomorrow. So God bless y'all. Thank you so much for coming in and having a chat. And we will see you either tomorrow with a new video or next weekend for a another Sunday live stream if we can. Thank you. See you next Sunday. Your words mean a lot. Hey, and like I said, if you plan on coming back in on next Sunday live, or if you watch a video or something like that, and you have questions, write them down, and it really helps with the live stream aspect because you can ask me the question, and it gives me kind of topics to go that other people might be interested in, or it sparks up a conversation. So that all helps too. So thank you for coming in, and yeah, and thank you. Exactly. Bought me a beer. God bless y'all.